Paimon isn't the brightest one to begin with, but is it getting progressively worse as time goes on? I've been wondering about this for a while already, but after having heard a theory about the potential of her being a Silai, I decided to dig a bit deeper down the rabbit hole and came up with a theory. In case you don't remember what a Silai is, one could fly right next to you. Some of you might be wondering, how could she be a Silai? I mean, she looks kind of human. First, she's able to fly, like any other fairy-like creature we've seen so far. That includes the spirits like Venti's original form. In the past, Silais originally looked different from now as they have lost their original form due to punishment after a disaster befell them. They were known for having a beautiful form. Whilst I don't think Paimon looks stunning, for now let's say she has no impurities which would align with that trait. Second is the upside down triquetra on Paimon's outfit design. The triquetra is omnipresent in the entirety of Teyvat, which you can see, for example, on the entrance of every dungeon, but the real meaning of it has been long lost by now. In some cases, these symbols predate the rise of the Seven, meaning the original symbols are older than 4,000 years old by now, and given the frequency of war that had happened during these millennia, it's no surprise that the original meaning and its value has been lost. Yet still, Paimon has it on her outfit, despite the original meaning having been lost for multiple millennia, which might be hinting that she is very, very old, more than even our Geodaddy Zhongli, and was laying low until the Traveler came into the picture. This gets more surprising when not even a single Archon, as of now, was really perplexed to see Paimon, whilst all the other characters are very curious to see our emergency food. But to them, it's almost like they knew of her existence, to the point where they intentionally ignore her past information. Thirdly, she supports the Traveler throughout his journey, which is a typical trait for a Silai. Even though she claims herself to be the tour guide for the Traveler, she does much more than a usual guide. And you must not forget that the Traveler does not speak the language of Teyvat naturally, but learned to speak it from Paimon to a limited extent. Hence, why Paimon is the one speaking mostly, but not the Traveler. She is also familiar with all the regions, meaning she has some prior knowledge of it and probably must have traveled these lands before. As I mentioned earlier, that she might be very old must also be the reason why the facts she shares sound too old, and she also sometimes says that things used to be like this and now they changed quite a lot. So much so that she can't quite remember well. Now, from the Aranara quest, we heard that there was at least one surviving Silai in the desert in the past. This aligns with the Drunkard's Tale, the Mondstadt book, where a fair maiden, which sang together with the Wolfen King Andrius, met the lost Silai. We know that this took place over 2 millennia ago, as Andrius left his mortal body behind when Venti rose to power. Check this short if you want to learn more about that specific thing. Assuming Paimon is specifically the lost Silai mentioned in the Drunkard's Tale, why do I think she's becoming dumber over time, when the race was known for its immense wisdom? From Arama, we know that the Silai were born with a curse of losing their intelligence when falling in love with a human being. I wouldn't consider Paimon and the Travelers being lovers, but certainly companions growing closer over time. Assuming the loss of their intelligence progresses as their feeling for the human develops, we are already in the progress of stupidifying Paimon, eventually making her a brainless being, which is kind of shocking as she isn't the smartest one to begin with. These were my thoughts on the matter, and I'm curious to what you think. My opinion might change in the future, potentially also from a feedback you guys give me in the comments section below. This has been Minpact, and see you in the next one. Bye bye.